Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. You'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world.
Wings, 89-cent back on Tuesday at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy down for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 Tall Boys and Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Skies developing by this afternoon. It will be seasonably warm with a high of around 83. East winds at around 10 to 20. Overnight mainly clear, low down to around 57. Touch on the warm side tomorrow. Clouds late with a high up to around 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Ryan, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This sponsored by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate. That's your task, that superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass, it was tipped, it's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5, he'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are here, old school. Brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients, a butcher shop located at 84th and Havelock. Every type of meat and every type of cut. We appreciate their support for Old School Show. We got some questions, Kenny, from the text line.
I can only imagine.
How many points would Jordan average in today's defenseless NBA?
Oh, shit.
Same amount of points that he always averaged?
Nah, he's going to get a little bit more.
He averaged, what, 33 one year? You think he'd average?
You talking about in the playoffs or just in the series, in the season alone?
Overall?
He'll probably average 35 because he's going to get to the free throw line 12 times.
He averaged 33 one year.
I know.
So, it'd be a significant jump. It has to be like 38.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. And then there one other take by unknown texter. That was from Brad. One other says that his take is that LeBron will retire for a year, then come back when his kid starts playing. I don't think his kid will go in the NBA after 1 year. He's going to USC. I think he'll play 2 years at least.
You think?
At USC? Yeah.
He's a
good player.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a good player. I was thinking he'd go 1 year, declare. That's LeBron's last year on his contract, right? Because he has 2 more years, right?
Together,
Last year's a player option.
Last year's in the player option. The option is opt out and go play with his son because Lakers probably can't draft him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like in Orlando or something like that, though.
Yes.
I don't know if he wants to do that.
But now, who knows, man? He ain't retiring.
The other thing on that is that LeBron still knows in a lot of people's minds he's chasing Jordan for greatest of all time. I know Michael took those couple of years off to go play baseball, but to me, LeBron sees it as I've got to make my statistical case so overwhelming. I can't afford to sit out a year.
Really about his son, he's really backed off of that.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah. It was right before the season ended. He said pretty much they sat down as a family and changed their view on it, that they want Bronny to be able to kind of carve out his own path. So and he's like, it's not what I want, it's what he wants. Right?
As he should.
As he should. So I don't really think it's that big a deal. I think LeBron's not going to be wasting his time with Anthony Davis's or D'Angelo Russell's and stuff like that. And so it'll be interesting to see where he's going. I mean, because you got to think at the All-Star break, they were talking about him going back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
And eventually in some fashion. But now they got Spider-Man. You know, I mean, he's always going to be in the conversation. You know, as soon as he lost it.
He's I didn't mean to cut you off. He's earned the right to be in the conversation.
Oh, he's definitely. I mean, he's the leading scorer of all time. So you ain't getting much better than that.
For what he's done coming out of high school to what he's done now, he's earned the right to be in the conversation. He's top 3 for sure. Right.
Yeah. It just depends on what your grading.
It depends on what you view as. Everybody has their own take on
criteria. The criteria is different. I think as Jordan has gotten older, his aura has gotten with the Jordan brand, it's gotten bigger. But what people don't understand is this, and this is why everybody has, I call it revisionist history, right? So a lot of people will forget 10 months ago and just only focus on today, right? Or you know what I'm saying? So people forget when Jordan came into the league, right? When he came into the league, the emphasis on championships wasn't there. He was a straight up assassin.
Yes.
I'm coming out to score as many points as I can. And, it's like I'm chasing George Gervin and all those guys, right? Well, then the league, the criteria changed in championships because Detroit started winning and he couldn't beat Detroit. Yes, you score so many points. Yes, you're an individual player. You're a great individual, but your team's not good. So then they were like, man, you ain't no different than Adrian Dantley. Straight up. Well, then he started winning championships and found a way because he had to start, being you're not a better teammate, but share the ball some more. So that's the last thing you see of Jordan. Nobody talks about when he was with the Wizards and they were garbage. They weren't even a playoff team, right? That's just kind of omitted from his career. What people don't realize when you're evaluating Jordan, you talk about him winning 6-6 in championships. He didn't start winning championships till he started playing like LeBron. That's what people don't understand. When LeBron came into the league, championships and being compared to Jordan, when he was leaving the league or at it, he already finished playing, he had to come in and play the right way. So he wasn't able to come in and be an assassin from the get-go. So coming into the league at 2 different times, it's totally 2 different valuation periods. You get what I'm saying? And totally 2 different players, because even if you want to just focus on Jordan in his first 6 years is totally different than the Jordan in his middle years when he's winning championships. A total different player. The way he approached the game, the way he played the game. Yes, he could. If you made him mad or said something that he did with John Calipari, and I mean, he gonna light you up like a Christmas tree, but he knew his objective is to win the game. if you look at Steve Kerr and John Paxson, beating Phoenix, right? And then the other one, I forget who it was, who they beat was Portland and all that. They hit those game-winning shots against, and then obviously Seattle and all that stuff. He got to the point where he gave up the ball, right, to win championships. So it's totally different. And LeBron playing that long works for him, and then it works against him. Kind of like with Brady and Joe Montana when you compare it, right? Brady's been Brady's won more Super Bowls than LeBron has won championships being in that moment. But you can also view, Brady, you lost to the Giants twice. You lost to Philly. Well, Joe Montana never lost in the Super Bowl. Terry Brashaw's never, you know what I mean? It just kind of depends on, you'll see people argue about Super Bowls and quarterbacks. And then I was like, well, is Trent Dilfer better than Dan Marino?
Yeah, no.
You get what I'm saying? I mean, so it's, the NBA is totally different than right now than it ever was when they were playing. And it's a different type of mentality. Guys aren't trying to win championships. It's no different than college. Guys aren't going to college thinking that they're going to sit a couple years because I know I want to be at my best to win a championship. Kenny, I mean, I don't know how many hands you would need to go back and count how many guys sat in your office and talked about the NFL.
Too many.
Right. And how many hands would you need when we were coming up, guys sat in front of Coach Osborne and talked about the NFL?
Never.
Generally, the guys that did never made it because they were coming to college for the wrong reason.
And that's what I said when I got here in 90, that most of those guys were all they were thinking about was the NFL.
Right. And that's why
we
had good individual players.
Had great individual players, but we weren't a good team.
Yeah, because I remember watching the draft, you see, all these, individual players get drafted from Nebraska, Bruce Pickens and all. I was like, man, they got 3 losses. Right?
Yep.
And then you got to go through the grind to get good teams. So, the NBA playoffs is well in motion. You got one team in the finals. Everybody's watching the Heat tonight. Denver said, all right, now it's on you. And there's some bad blood between them two teams.
They showed that. When Joker knocked out
it goes back to
Morris.
It goes all the way back to Aaron Gordon and Big Booty Lowry from the bubble.
Really?
Yeah. Gordon called him the B word. Hey, Lowry said, I'm in room 836.
He called him buddy?
Yeah. He's like, you my favorite buddy. He said, hey, I'm in 836 if you feel
Gordon did?
Gordon called for Lowry the B word.
Which is buddy for those curious.
Yes. Really?
Lowry said, I'm staying in room 836. We're all on the same campus. We don't need this game. We could just go and handle this right now.
Golly. Oh, it's gonna be.
And then Jimmy Butler was mad at Joker.
Because he took out Morris.
And then Joker's brother said, man, did
you see them too?
Yeah, we said we from Russia. We ain't scared of you.
Definitely not.
Yeah. They said we seen some stuff
Did you see them too?
Yeah.
They are mammoth.
What you think? You think he the only big dude in their family? Come on, King.
Oh my God. You ain't messing with them two.
Dog.
You gonna have to have some.
He said, I don't know where he's from. He said, man, I'm from Russia. What I seen growing up, or wherever he's from, y'all think you little studio gangsters. He's like, I haven't seen that.
They swallowed
Serbia.
They swallowed Murray's dad when they hugged him.
That ain't Murray's dad though.
But somebody said it was his dad.
That's his stepdad.
Whoa. What?
I ain't doing 23andMe, man. We're gonna go to hey, strict. I ain't doing 23andMe, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep that away from there, boy. No, I'm just playing. We're gonna go to break and we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk more about the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics, because the Boston Celtics are selling some Wolf tickets, Kenny. They selling Wolf tickets. Now I'm gonna ask you, is it real talk or is it fake talk? Because sometimes you really believe and you can have a desperate, you just no holds barred and just be like, bump it, I'm gonna do what I gotta do and go from there. So we're gonna talk about in that next segment. Kenny Wilhite, Jay Foreman, Old School. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids are in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build a deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Brand!
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals. It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back old school. Jay Foreman, Kenny Wilhite. On to the
Austin on the ones and twos.
Austin on the ones and twos. We're on to the Miami Heat. Boston Celtics. Can the Miami Heat checkmate the Boston Celtics? Kenny, like I mentioned before, or mentioned during the break, two of the Boston Celtics main players selling some wolf tickets. And for you people who don't, I mean, that's talking a little junk even though you're down, right? There's an old saying, Michael Jordan said it, is like everybody can talk junk when you're up 6 points, 12 points. We'll see what you can say if you're down 6 or when the game starts. So they selling it. They're saying, don't let us get one.
Better be able to back it up.
So we're going to see it in a matter of
2 hours,
about 2 hours, 3 hours, or whatever that game is. We're going to see if you can keep your head above water and stay alive. I think the Celtics may be able to get this game because they're desperate. Their coaches probably ain't slept a wink because he's trying to get the locker room. Maybe he's had some, on the off day, you can kind of get in front of some guys, air out some differences. And sometimes, Kenny, to be honest with you, in professional sports, sometimes that's when you perform your best. After your back's against the wall and something happens within the organization. But I also could see the Miami Heat seeing blood in the water and just putting you out quick. It's hard to come back from a game that you quit on versus a game like, that's why I said the Lakers were never really out of it, because they competed and everything. They just got beat. They just ain't good enough.
Yeah.
Whereas like Boston, the last 2 games, the last game at home, they quit. Then they doubled down on it and quit by halftime. Like they had a party to go to at South Beach. They like, man, we're going to, it's like the cover would go up, but the later you come, they're like, we got to get in before the cover goes up. You know what I'm saying? Because Tatum did not look interested in even watching the game. But now after a day off, I'm assuming they watched the tape. I mean, it's kind of something like in football when you make so many mistakes and you get blown out. Sometimes they say like Bo used to always say, man, we're going to bury that tape, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a funeral for that. They feel like they can win. They ain't won yet. I think I want to ask you if you think this is a problem. I think they're thinking, well, we beat you in the past in other,
past don't matter right now.
Right. But if you saw where Jimmy Butler and Marcus Smart got into it, that's what he said. He's like, man, we didn't beat y'all before, man. Why are you talking? Well, Jimmy Butler's dealing with the right now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You're talking about what happened a year
ago,
2 years ago.
That don't matter.
Right.
You're down 3-0, player.
Right. You already answered the question. That's the problem, right?
That's what you did 2 years ago, 1 year ago, or the week before don't matter.
What you did at halfway through the season don't matter. Yeah, y'all was the number 1 seed.
It's what you doing right now.
It's 0-0.
0-0. And that's what the Heat has to take into tonight. They gotta have the mind frame. It's 0-0 series. Get one game at a time. They can't say we close this out now. We close it out. We win. We close it out. It's 0-0. That's the mind frame they have to have, so they won't look past them. Like you said, they steal this one and get back to Boston. You never know.
Well, then you get 3-2. Then the pressure just goes all
the way up.
Because right now, I think the Heat are playing with no pressure.
None.
Because Jimmy Butler's taking all the pressure because he's playing so well, and he's answering it. So then, therefore, you're allowing guys like Vincent, Robinson to come out of nowhere. Robinson was, he was third team on the depth chart.
Robinson, baby,
was chilling. Obviously, been working on his game, but for him to just come in and pick up right up, there's no pressure. So what they have to do is they have to be singular focused. And I think they have a good enough coaching staff and a good enough organization that they know they got to get in check. But I think the Celtics will come out early. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing I have a problem with the Celtics, I don't know if they have staying power. I don't know if they're willing to stay in the fight. I don't think they have it in them. I just think they have the players that can. I don't think they
collectively.
Have it in. I don't think as a team.
With the previous coaching staff, with the previous coach they had, they did.
Yeah.
Because
he demanded it. Well, first of all, he had worked his way up through the organization and had their respect and earned it throughout. Whereas the new coach, I guess, got it by default.
And I think he's trying not to ruffle feathers.
And that's the wrong approach.
Because it's his first head job, and he's trying not to ruffle feathers being more like a friend, a la,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I would say this.
So
man.
I think that's been an issue.
Hey, Nick Saban said this when he took over Alabama. He said he said essentially, and I said this when Frost took over. I said the best thing you can do is come in and establish your identity from the very beginning and have no leeway. And in football cases, make it a physically and mentally demanding first camp, spring ball, X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
And when you take over a basketball team, you have to establish yourself. Yes, you can, because they're grown men, right? They're not college kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you can talk to them, but you got to make sure they know who you are. They can't address you as Joe. They got to address you as coach. And if he did that, you can do it. But I think they also think, and this is different, right? And we talked about this, I think, in another either last week or a little bit yesterday, is where Marcus Smart was at his best when he was in like a smaller box, but then everything that you got out of that box was 2 or 3 times the size of it. And what I mean by that is knockdown threes, on-point defender, the edge of the team, the crowd rally behind you, a leader, but by action only. Well, more action, and probably within the locker room. But then, as you saw, then that allowed Tatum to kind of be that drive and dunk slasher, a la Kobe, this and that. And then Jaylen Brown was kind of like we're waiting for you to come along, because he was more of a outside finesse player. Because you know what I mean. Well, Marcus Smart started to score more, right?
The door became
big.
The door opened up too wide.
Right. And then now he started to view himself on the same level as those two. So he started to score more. Then Tatum started to change his game. Well, then actually Jaylen Brown just said, you know what? There's only one basketball. I got to get better at some little things. And he started to become more efficient, assertive. But then the personalities didn't gel. I think one of the best things that the past coach did was manage personalities. If you look at Malone, if you look at Spoelstra, if you look at Phil Jackson, Popovich, well, Belichick, Parcells, Saban, all these guys that are really good. Coach Osborne, any other great coach, Urban Meyer, when he, before he fell off the wagon or whatever is wrong with him, Ryan Day and all these other guys. I mean, look, when you think about all these coaches, they knew how to manage people and personalities, right? And it's something I think Coach Osborne never gets enough credit for, because they always look at his phenomenal record. But his ability to put together a team and a staff is no different than these two organizations that are on the cusp of being in the NBA Finals. But that's why their identity, they wake up out of bed and they think, say if they're 7 out of 10 looking in the mirror, they think they know they're the best 7 out of 10 out there. And they know is the more that they're in the fight, the playoffs, right? The more opportunities they're gonna get to break through. Right? So the Miami Heat don't really play any different than last year. The Celtics just played better.
Yep.
The Denver Nuggets play a little bit better than they did last year. That's because of the additions, but they're not drastically. They didn't go get a KD.
No.
They didn't go do something.
They did not mess up the nucleus of their team.
Right. They added to it and got better at what they need to do.
And they waited on Jamal Murray.
Right.
Because he was out.
Yeah. And he was not sure in his knee.
No.
And they were patient with him.
Yes, that's what I meant.
But then as they were patient, right, they still kept the locker room in check, worked with him like mentally getting back. But then also what they did last year was they used the season to challenge Michael Porter Jr. You need to get better. Gordon was more of a scoring threat. Now Murray's back. Porter took a step. Obviously Joker. And then they're telling Gordon, listen, all the way up until last night, we need you to be our physical presence, our run the floor, get your dunks. You're only going to get 6 or 7 shots, and you're mostly going to be putbacks or just kind of an open jumper here or there. But then when they needed it, he was ready to go. And that's the difference. And so what they're doing is no different than what football teams do. And the more that you're in the fight, because here's where the Miami Heat takes advantage of just being in the fight, right? Being consistent, not just being in the fight. That kind of dummies it down, like just hanging around and be lucky, right? Boston has internal issues, right? whether it's the scandal, new coach, ego personalities, just the mojo's off, right? Brogdon said it himself. Philly was fool's gold record. Their whole season was predicated on getting Joel Embiid MVP. But then when it came for time for Joel Embiid to step up, he showed you his weakness, why he probably didn't win in years past. So Philly wasn't a real team. Milwaukee tapped out, right? Obviously by the hands of the Heat, because they were a little bit old and long in the tooth when we looked at their roster when they first got eliminated. And then Giannis had some injuries throughout the year. And then here the Miami Heat are pretty much playing the same way without Tyler Hero.
I was just about to say, without one of their so-called stars.
Right. And Tyler Hero stepped his game, averaged 20. And actually, Tyler Hero broke his wrist on an effort play, diving after a loose ball. Right?
Remember the series before this when I said Bam wasn't playing like
Bam?
Now, this series, he's playing more
like Bam.
Physical, attacking the ball instead of letting the ball come to him, meaning when there's loose balls. You know, he's being aggressive to the ball.
Yeah.
And that's been the difference too, because
it's a tone setter.
It's a tone setter.
And so but then you look at Denver, same way. They added Caldwell. I think I keep saying Caldwell Pope is one of the biggest. I remember seeing it. I was like, Lakers are in trouble, because it's one of the biggest acquisitions that kind of go under the radar, because everybody's, worried about, Atlanta, got Murray and all that stuff, and KD goes to Phoenix, because he brought a championship pedigree and he brought an edge, and he had a point to prove.
And he can smoke
more. Well, yeah.
Well, his lips are dark.
Right, but it's not that he has access to the good stuff.
Yeah,
he got the synthetic stuff.
He can do it, bruh.
He Chief Pope. He chiefing
legally too
every day, on the way to the game, on the way from the game. But again, he's in the right headspace, right?
Yes.
But Denver just kept plugging along. Guess when you look at it, Golden State won the championship. Draymond kind of ended that with knocking Poole out. Then Poole never got into it, and then Poole kind of disintegrated their good mojo as they started to go, right? Then you saw the Lakers start to get better, but the Lakers' ceiling was where they're at right now. It was a struggle to get into the playoffs, so they said, we're going to be there. And then Phoenix, which kind of been their kryptonite, guess what they did? They said, Joker, see DeAndre Ayton over there and Kevin Durant? They ain't real. So why don't you just go punk both of them? Now, Devin Booker stepped it up, but Kevin Durant wasn't nowhere.
DeAndre, he just
and KD.
KD a $185, and that man is about 250.
But KD, over time, if you omit the 2 years that he went and tagged along with Golden State, what has KD done in the playoffs?
Nothing.
What has KD done in the big moment?
Nothing.
What has James Harden done in the big moment? What has Russell Westbrook done in the big moment?
They all choked.
Right. But all three were on the same team. But then they knew that. Denver said, we just got to stay pat.
Yep.
We just got to stay in it. Right. And you look at when teams get rid of players, not. Okay, Phoenix, you got rid of what's the two guys they gave up for Kevin Durant?
Bridges and
Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson.
Two glue guys. And guess who else? Guess who else
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Yes, you did.
Oh, he's mad at Carolina Tar Heels.
I knew that's what you said. My man is a Tar Heel.
But one of the bigger guys that they let just slide was Jay Crowder, who was their edge guy.
Yes, he
who
was.
was the tempo setter.
Yes, he
who
was.
actually was able to get something out of DeAndre Ayton. They had him on the school lunch program. Don't come to school, we'll send you lunch. They paying this man $15-20 million
to stay at home.
To stay at home. You think they didn't miss him?
Yeah, they missed him.
There you go.
They missed all three of them.
Right. But what Denver do? So we're going to add to our stuff, and we're going to get our guys better, and we're just going to go ahead and just moonwalk right to the NBA championship.
They weren't worried about building a super team or this splash free agent guy. They kept their nucleus, and they developed them.
Right. And they can stay, and they're sustainable. And they have depth, too.
Yes, they do.
On the sneak.
On the sneak
got depth. That starting five is for real. Because the Joker is about the equal to two people.
He too.
Because he was hitting them. I don't know what them the playground threes he was hitting, throwing them up there. That's when you know it's the night. Like, dang. But he's obviously shot that shot before.
He's shot it before.
Yeah. Because he got a kind of funky looking jumper anyway.
Yes.
He got a little Larry Bird in him. But, yeah, man, that's a good breakdown of the NBA playoffs. We're going to see if the Heat wins tonight or Celtics or men of their words. I doubt it. I think, Kenny, when they said it, they were just saying it because the camera. They were just saying they just going through the motions. They 1-2-3 Cancun.
Yeah.
Or, no, they from Boston. They going to Cape. They're going to Cape Cod.
Cape Cod.
Get you Cape Cod. They want some vodka cranberry. So when we come back, we got a short segment. We're gonna give away some tickets to the Salt Dogs, right, Austin?
Yes, sir.
And we got some hats to give away from whoever the Carolina Panthers fan text in. We got some at least one surprise from you from DP. We're gonna give away some Salt Dog tickets. We're gonna make an easy trivia because Kenny's here. He don't like no hard trivia. So we're going to come up with some easy trivia. The trivia is going to be about, here's the trivia question. Who was the quarterback the year Johnny Rodgers won the Heisman? Is that easy enough, Kenny? Okay, then.
Who was the quarterback?
Who was the quarterback the year Johnny the Jet Rodgers won the Heisman?
For 2 tickets to Thursday Salt Dogs.
For 2 tickets to the Thursday Salt Dogs game.
And a parking pass. Courtesy of Jay Foreman and Kenny, Mr. Easy. Trivia question, Will Hyde. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66 and Q in Lincoln. By Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to Oak Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Old school short segment. Ted, you win. You win the 2 tickets to Thursday to the Salt Dogs and a parking pass. The answer is Dave Humm, the longtime, well-respected Raiders quarterback.
Crazy.
He played for the Raiders, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he is.
Get your mom to talk about Dave Humm.
She's not a Raider fan. I know that. She's a Cardinals fan from being there, but now she lives in Vegas, so she's a Raider fan. But Dave Humm, he is revered in the Raiders. When he passed away, they had a big deal for him. So, Ted, what's he got to do? Stop by the station?
Yep, stop by the station.
Stop by the station. You got 2 tickets. So, congratulations to Ted. And we still are waiting on Thomas, the texter that likes the Carolina Panthers, to come in and get your surprise from DP. So hopefully you're listening. If not, it's not going anywhere. There's probably not too many Carolina Panther fans in Lincoln or on our text line. So Thomas, you got something waiting for you. So we got about 2 minutes, Kenny. We're just going to finish up this Miami Heat and Celtics. Who are you picking?
I'm going to Heat. Much as I hate to say it, I think Boston's ship has sailed.
She's
like the Titanic.
Yeah,
that thing is sinking.
Yeah, they hit an iceberg. They hit that Jimmy bird.
They hit that ice pack.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Jimmy buckets to close it out tonight, and then you're gonna have the Heat and Denver.
Yeah, I think for me, I think the Heat will win, and I hope they win. Because I don't want it to be extended, and it's just inevitable.
Yeah.
I mean, Boston, really, to be honest with you, the way you play Game 3, you should just said, you know what, go ahead, just have Game 4.
Get COVID.
Right. Just like Bubba Dunk says, man, Larry Bird turning over in his grave right now.
He be saying people turning over in their grave, and they still
right. Yeah, Robert Parrish turning over in his grave right now. Dennis Johnson is turning over his grave right now. So,
I think the Heat got this one.
Yeah.
Close it out at home. Get some rest.
And then they just gonna go at it like 2 ravaged dogs,
2 caged animals.
Gonna go and nose to
old
nose.
school.
Old school.
This is what it's leading up to.
This is what the NBA really needs.
They need it.
2
Old school,
teams
throwback,
that don't like
tough,
each other.
physical.
2 tough coaches.
Yes.
2 tough organizations, and they're gonna be nose to nose. I love it.
Love it.
I love it.
Who you got? You still ain't said
between them 2?
Yeah. Who you? No. Who you got winning tonight?
The Heat.
Okay, Austin, who you got?
Heat and 6. Boston gets 2.
Dang.
For real?
For real.
That Duke love is he still believe in Tatum.
I do too, because he's from the crib,
but that's what he just blinded by it. You can't ask him.
I believe in the NBA wanting more eyeballs.
They can get them next Thursday.
Did you not watch that last game?
Heat in 6.
No, the NBA.
She sound like Bubba.
Yeah. I can't believe this. I'm dumbfounded. But you heard it here. We're gonna see tomorrow.
We're gonna see.
We'll be at Cedars too or the ticket will be at Cedars for 12 hours. Feel sorry for them people to get something that day for people that are gonna be over there. But anyways, it's all for a good cause. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back at the top of the hour. Talk a little Husker talk. See where everybody's at and what you think they're gonna do in the transfer portal, because we didn't get into it yesterday. They had a visitor yesterday. I still think he might be on campus. See what that really means. Is it 40? Yeah, right.
48.
Yeah. So
if he got here Sunday, and they didn't do anything.
Probably about
to
head
Sunday.
to Omaha right now.
No, if he got in Sunday, they didn't do anything with him Sunday. Started his visit Monday. He's got to be out here tomorrow.
There you go. You heard it there. So we'll talk a little bit more about that at the top of the hour. Kenny Wilhite, Jay Foreman, Austin on the 1s and 2s. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebraska's favorite vape shop,
Generation V.
providing friendly, personalized service and the largest selection of vaporizers and e-liquid flavors in the state.
Generation V.
Generation V will beat or match any local competitor's price. With a huge selection, great service, and the lowest prices, Generation V is your one-stop shop for all your vaping needs.
Generation V.
With 4 Lincoln locations, visit us on the web at generationv.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Times likely without even knowing at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at PremierDW.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly sunny skies developing by this afternoon. It will be seasonably warm with a high of around 83. Southeast winds at around 10 to 20. Overnight mainly clear, low down to around 57. Touch on the warm side tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds late with a high up to around 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back, man. Listen, we are back in full effect. What's today? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday.
Today's just Tuesday, brother.
Old School brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop located at 84th and Havelock. Every type of meat, every type of cut. They have their own sauces, spices. They have seafood, pork chops, every type of meat. They have frozen meals, single and family size servings, ready to go meals, single and family size servings. And they also have sorbet. I know that because they got strawberry. DP, I think, got the coffee. Fancy. They got a couple like their beef jerky sticks. They got everything under the sun, man. So go down there and check them out. But Austin informed us in the last 5 minutes and 56 seconds that we have breaking news. Do we have the breaking news thing? No,
do not.
Oh,
not
well, dang. I see all early shows with them chumps got it on theirs. We don't get on ours. We got to step our game up.
I'll put it on the list.
Even Rashawn got his little breaking news, but he sings his own breaking news. I ain't singing. I'm not.
He toots his own horn.
Yeah, I'm not trying to run people off by me trying to sing. You know what's funny thing about me singing? I tried to sing one time when I was little. My aunt said, "Boy, you can't even hum. You can't even hum good." she said, "You ain't got it."
She didn't hit you with that, did she?
Yeah, she heard me singing at church. She's like, "Boy, you need to stop." So I'm like, "Cool. I ain't got to sing nothing at church. Let me just sit down here and just wait till time is over so I can get to go and run the streets." Like, yes, and get out of this Sunday outfit.
Man,
that's what the worst was. That Sunday outfit.
Sunday church. If you didn't go to church, you were not going outside
all day. And I used to be crying.
You can crying. You couldn't play in your little league game if you had if you didn't go to church, it wouldn't happen.
You know what the worst? One time I feared my grandma, man. She had brought me this Easter outfit, right? And it was probably something I know I didn't want to wear. Probably some green pants. She went to JCPenney's or Heckingers, and you know what I mean. Bought me some stuff I was only gonna wear once because probably wanted to take some dumb pictures, right? So I finally got in it. And my cousin used to always be, he's like my brother. He's the one that actually should have went D1 because he's like 6'5", 280, but he'd always be like, get me to do stuff because he knew I wasn't like, back then I was clumsy. So he knew I love football, right? And he was like, hey man, we're in our little Sunday outfits and see his mom didn't make him really get dressed up so he could be cool. But I had my little
Suited and booted.
Suited
Three
and booted.
P's.
He's like, hey man, you want
collar.
you want to go throw the football? I'm like, yeah.
In your suit? Oh.
We throwing the football. He got good to me. He's like, man, go out for a pass. Went out for a pass, caught the ball, slipped on the. You remember they had the sprinklers?
Yeah.
The one that you put the hose up.
Yeah.
Grass stains all on there.
Oh. Did you get a whoop?
Did I? Like a Christmas tree.
You got lit up?
Like a Christmas tree, man. But back to Husker news anyways, man. That's a little comedy. We have breaking news. Austin, I'll let you break the news. Go ahead since you broke to us.
This is why I'm on Twitter all the time. Big shouts to Greg Smith of Rivals, the one I saw it from. Fellow Lakers fan, by the way, if you didn't know that about Greg Smith, Jay. Anyways, Nebraska lands at Utah transfer offensive lineman Tyler Knack. He is large human being, officially listed at 6'6", 320, 4 years of eligibility remaining after a year redshirting at Utah.
So he didn't play at Utah at all?
He did not. I believe he's in the same boat, kind of like that Jacob Hood was from Georgia.
Okay, so
some depth. How did he say what his dimensions are?
6'6", 320.
Dang. That's what I'm talking about.
Road grading. That's run the ball.
Had some good offers out of high school. His other list of people that reached out in the portal, Kentucky, Buffalo, App State, Liberty, Utah State, Central Michigan, and Nevada, among others.
Yeah, that's a good list for him. That's a good list. I think it could provide some depth, and you just never know.
12.
And I think, look, when you're at the portal at this point in time, I always since we're talking about certified Piedmontese, okay, and I love the grill. And anybody out there, I'll put my grilling skills up against anybody.
T. Farley get you.
No.
T. Farley get
First of all, I'd outgrill T. Farley for the fact that he ain't give me a new number. Man, what if I need you, man?
T. Farley get you.
As many times as I done bailed T. Farley out, you can't give me a number, man? You definitely ain't no black shirt, dog. T. Farley, you could be a Georgia Bulldog from here on out. Change your Twitter to the Georgia Bulldog wannabe. Roof, right? Anyways. When
you said roof like hip.
Yes,
it's the same cage and everything.
You did say it like that.
You want me to start barking?
Like a Q dog?
Yeah. Hey, one time I jumped in the Q dog line. I didn't know no better. They tried to get mad.
Oh, they gonna whoop you for that now.
Well, they wanted. Hey, they said that they was gonna get them hands, but I didn't know no better. I said, bro, you out here with gold shoes on, no shirt on, man. I got in. I just like the songs. You know, I wanted to throw the Q dogs up like Shaq.
Anyway, go back to what you were saying. Certified
Piedmontese. Since we're talking about it, the grade meat. When you get in the portal and you get a Trey Palmer, let's just assume a Jeff Sims, you get a Torrey, you get a Justin Fields, that's certified Piedmontese. Top of the line, best meat out there. Right now, what we're trying to do when you're in there. Now, look, this is not taking anything away from anybody, but I think what we're trying to do, we're not bargain shopping. We're trying to go and say, hey, at Sam's Club, what day do they have prime meat on sale that we can get the meat, maybe marinate it and season it up, cook it, dry freeze it, eat some of it, but dry freeze it for a family picnic. So what I mean by that analogy is that the guys that you're getting, they might not have the Alabamas and USCs or whoever offered them, but you must have seen some potential in going back to what he was in high school. Hopefully they were somehow in the channels reached out to a coach or confident they have close to the Utah program. And maybe the connection with Raiola, right? Because remember, he had the whole conglomerate come out from that high school in Utah, and there was some big boys. Well, I know that training table bill, they just look like they can eat.
Yep.
So maybe that's there. And it being a 6'6", 320, and if he has an attitude and he has potential and can add some depth, I like it. Are you going to get a certified Piedmontese starter right away? Most likely not. But that shouldn't deter you from trying to add some talent, some depth, because we talked about like how some coaches say, well, he's not good enough. Well, I'd push back on that, right? On any coach says it. Within reason. If he has the want to, he can be good enough. If he has the want to, he can find a way to help your team. And it might just be he's your tool guy, a la Matt Hoskinson when I played. he could play every offensive line position. Tackle gets hurt, he goes in at guard. Whoever can play guard and tackle goes out to tackle. He could play tackle in a pinch. Center, he could play that. Right? You need those. Remember we went over the class. Scott Saltzman wasn't ever going to be Jason Peter, but what he is, he's a pass rush threat, excellent as running inside games, and he could spell them for a series or 2 or 3 during the game and be productive. He knew exactly what he was doing. He could help you on like field goal block. He could help you on in being an extra D lineman if you needed it in special situations and short yardage. And he brought an element of accountability there. You can't tell me he's not good enough, right? So with this young man, if you bring him in, he's bringing some depth in, and you never know what could come to fruition out of it. But it also lets me know it might be a true identity change. And I want to talk about this, Kenny. We're just going to just keep rolling here, okay? We didn't get to get into it a lot because we all had our fingers crossed for the Lakers to show where Anthony Davis to grow a pair. And
we all? You did.
Yes, I did. Because every time the Lakers lose, I look at that day. I be seeing that dang look up in there, man. Yeah. Because you guys were out kicking it last night over there, just watching my Lakers lose. I know you guys was over there like, yeah, Jay at the house, just
we
just mad.
We were sitting there enjoying our chicken,
enjoying the Lakers,
my boom
losing.
boom shrimp, and enjoying the Lakers losing.
Exactly.
But we weren't laughing and kicking it. We was just watching.
In the back of your mind, you was like, yeah, I know Jay mad right now.
No, they were leading at that time. Then when they started losing, I was like, yeah, Jay probably
done.
He probably fish grease right now. He probably threw something at the TV.
But here's just my thoughts. And this is just my thoughts right here. And this is where people, or this is, I guess, my hope, right? Or I guess my thoughts as well is this is why Nebraska is different. I'd be very surprised if Nebraska goes, I know the first year at Baylor, they went 1-11, and I'm sure they went, about the same at Temple this first year. I don't think that's Matt Rule's plan, right? Matter of fact, it can't be. But what it's showing me here, my guesstimation and hope, right, is you're saying, okay, the best way for Nebraska to turn around within, you could say 8 years, but let's just say the first 4 to 6 years of my contract, right, is to start off winning, add to it, and become a consistent winner. I think he's well aware of when you compare, and this is not being me being biased, and let's just compare Maryland, who's had 3 really good years for them. 6 wins, 8 wins, 8 wins. They might be putting Mo Boy a statue out there pretty soon. He might be up for some jobs. Yeah. You won 8 games at Maryland back-to-back in 2 bowl games. That's serious.
He ain't going nowhere. He needs to stay there.
Right. But what I'm saying, though, let's compare. I'm just saying, let's just compare the last 3 seasons. So if Matt Rule in the first 3 seasons, say he went 6, 8, and 8. Maryland won 6, 8, and 8. Nebraska 6, 8, and 8 is 3 times more valuable and perceived as 3 times more valuable than Maryland.
Oh, of course.
So that's why what I'm saying is my hope is, and what I'm envisioning, or just like kind of contemplating or just guesstimating, is that you're saying, okay, he came in, looked at the roster. Where was Nebraska really dysfunctional at? Right. And I could push back on saying the offensive line didn't get better. I felt personally, just from watching the game and from me as a defensive player, and if I was a defensive coordinator, right, that I felt like the play calling didn't expose them, right? And what I mean is no different in defense. If you're going to have me try to, run down the shoot and cover 2 and Randy Moss is in the slot, I could do it a couple times.
Can't line up, make a living out of it.
But it's going to be more times than not that he's going to throw the hand up and I'm going to strike the band up, right? So, but evaluate. You look at the talent, and you say, oh, we lost the one guy that went to Oklahoma out of the portal. We thought we had him from, I think, Baylor, right? Remember, I don't know who he was, but anyways, you say, okay, maybe you saw some improvement in the line. Believed in when you get Scott. Say, okay, what can allow us to be the most consistent quickly? Because then we can go get a RPO quarterback and get him better as efficient playing quarterback, and curtail the passing game to accentuate or hide his weaknesses, right? Which has been inconsistent completion percentage for Sims. So what's the best way to do it? Continuity. Sims, baby Tebow, Logan Smothers if he comes back. Now you actually have a quarterback room for this year. If those three, well, let's just say, okay, let's just go Sims and Harburg. We don't know if Logan's coming back, right?
You got Purdy.
Well, and Purdy, right? Dang, I'm sorry, Purdy. My bad, homie. Purdy. When you look in the quarterback room, there's continuity there. All the same skill set, pretty much.
And you adding, not to cut you off, you're adding a freshman, right?
And Kalen.
That if somebody leaves, he ain't going nowhere.
Right. Now, get to my second point with Kalen. Jeff Sims, whether it's supposedly just 1 year, it's 2 years. I mean, look, bro.
Yeah.
If you hear, I'm not gonna be the bear. I'm not the hater. I'll just deliver the news. If you want to listen to the news, that's up to you. 2 years with him, and if you got Kalen in there as a red shirt, because he's gonna have to get better. He ain't gonna come from Bellevue coming starting. Then you can say, okay, we've added depth on the offensive line. We've gotten better out at the offensive line. You've seen that they're able to go out and kind of see and get their kind of potential skill position players on both the corner and wide receiver. You expect them to keep adding running backs, tight ends, so forth and so on by going out and working and recruiting, right? Then now we can go to actually maybe the offense that we really want to run. Still, we're physical because we're going to do that anyways in RPO. Then we can get more downhill, play action, quarterbacks that you actually see on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Kirk Cousins or somebody like that, or we can run a little bit of shotgun. I mean, you could do some different things. So then you start to see some of the quarterbacks they recruited for 24, 25. That right there shows you actually have a plan, and then you also have the ability to adjust because you already have one thing right there that could potentially work and kind of win you 6 games. Now you might be able to win 8 games based on the schedule and the circumstances. Well, that's a plus. Now you're just playing with house money. Now you got to say, okay, now we have that winning feeling. So stepping into Kenny Wilhite's house or, going to see you at JUCO and Nebraska's coming off 8 wins or 6 wins.
You have a better chance of getting them.
Right. And then I'm able to take you tweet out, say, oh, Coach Foreman's in and I'm in, or whatever the lingo is. Right. Then I go to Austin. Right. And he's the number 1 tight end. I got more than a realistic chance of getting him. Instead of having him on campus 3 times, it might only be 2. Unofficial to a, say, spring game, official to a game. What are you going to do? Oh, you pulling the wagon? You a little slow? I got this tight. Then we got all them tight ends everywhere. All right, dude, look, you got 72 hours. Think about it, because we winning, right? So if that goes, then you can kind of see where they're going with it.
Winning will solve a lot of problems.
It was. Listen here, Kenny.
Some problems.
Hold on now. Hold on.
See, let me rephrase that. Winning will help.
Because people were saying that too much.
No, winning will help.
Winning helps a lot.
A lot. It won't solve problems.
No, it won't solve problems. What winning does is it accentuates what you do well and what you can offer.
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
And it also what winning does.
I wouldn't say it solves all the problems.
No. What winning does is smoke screen some problems, but winning also allows you to realistically kick down some walls that might have been up there.
Yes.
That normally you face.
Yes.
Because you're 4-8, 3-9, or whatever. Ain't been in a bowl game so long, and whatever. Golly. You know what I'm saying? So, because really, to be honest with you, most recruits, if you're coming in there with 7 wins and say another team who won 9 games this year in the Big Ten. Illinois, right? Say Illinois or like Purdue.
I think Purdue won the league at 9.
Or like a Minnesota. Just say you coming in there. Okay. So Nebraska
8-9 wins.
Nebraska goes and sees John Smith after winning 7 and 8 wins, and Minnesota's coming in right after to say they just had 9 wins. Ain't no difference. They ain't say, oh well, man, you know what? I'm only talking to the 9-win team. No. They want to know if you're a winning program, and then once you get them on campus. And they see everything here, then you're not worrying about the fight. Not that I wouldn't say the 500-mile radius. You're not fighting the stigma of why would you go play in Nebraska? There's nothing there but cornfields. If you're an African American, there's no black people there except you, which is not true. And there's nothing to do in Lincoln. Why would you go play there and you're not winning? Well, that's what other coaches potentially could be saying or say. But that's what they say, right? Well, when they say that to a kid after Nebraska's winning, well, then now that coach actually loses
credibility,
twice as much credibility by saying it. And then just by, I call it osmosis, it actually puts Nebraska up on a pedestal, by doing that. So a lot is riding on taking advantage of this year and having a plan. And I'm assuming that the staff is seeing that this is a golden opportunity to come in, not an opportunity to come in and be anointed, come in and do their job and make chicken salad out of chicken doo-doo. And I don't think it's chicken doo-doo down there, but what I'm saying is come in here and say, look, let's focus on the Big Ten. Well, let's first focus on the first 4 games. Let's have a goal, right? If we, just say your goal, just say the goal is, of course you want to be 4-0, but realistically, we could sleep at night. Maybe not all through the night if we're 2-2, right? Let's just be honest, right? But ideally, worst case scenario, we're 3-1. We're really playing with house money.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got to win 3 games out of the next 8 to get to a bowl game, right? And you got a lot of winnable games, especially in the Big Ten West. Minnesota lost to one of the best running backs in the nation and their quarterback. No matter what the backup is or what he did last year, you're the new starter. There's a lot of stuff going on now. Granted, Minnesota is going to kind of reload. They seem like they got a Craigslist offering for running backs that can run in their system, and they all look the same. They all kind of run, and they're good at what they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to expect there to be. But Purdue not only lost their coach, they lost their play caller, and they lost their identity. Illinois, one of the best things that they did, even though they had the Brown brothers and one, obviously Chase Brown, the running back, their biggest improvement was on the defensive side of the ball. They lost him.
Yep.
And those guys.
He's a head coach at Purdue.
Right. He's a head coach at Purdue. Now, also, Purdue's going there probably with an identity change. He might be more kind of like Illinois, but they don't have Illinois players.
They don't have Illinois players.
So that's transition. There's transition to Illinois. All right. Then you think of Northwestern is Northwestern. Okay.
They beat us.
Yeah, but still, you got to think, okay, we got to go out there and stay out of our own way. We win that game. And Northwestern had 1 first round pick and a 3rd round pick. The running back did get drafted, and another player from their team got drafted as well. I think it was like a DB or somebody. So all their talent is gone. Iowa, we feel confident with that. You got to go in the transfer portal to get you a quarterback with a lifeline.
And the AOC on his seat boiling.
But then they lost all the receivers. Klester's son went to Kansas State. The other one from Iowa left because he was, tweeting at Fedoni and all. So he left. And they got a couple guys out of the portal, and then they got a good tight end that potentially out of Michigan to go with what he got. That's it. But they lost 2 first rounders on defense and another guy drafted on defense, and they lost Merriweather to their safety. So their identity is gone on defense. The guys that have been playing 3 years. So if there's ever a time to take advantage of this, along with playing Rutgers, and I think they get Maryland, right, where you can offer the kryptonite to them, this is the perfect year.
And speaking of identity being gone, Wisconsin.
Right, I didn't even get to that. Luke Fickell coming in. Now, granted, I will say this. Luke Fickell wants to pass the ball more. They passed the ball more and were more effective with Jim Leonard. Luke Fickell ain't no dummy.
Mm-mm.
If the passing game ain't running, he looking back at a 1st round pick.
You got to turn around and hand him the ball.
And listen, the one thing that Luke Fickell might want to pass the ball, but you got Jolly Green Giant 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 across that offensive line.
Yeah.
And they're going to do what they do
And
best.
they're road graders.
Yeah.
They're not kick sliders.
Right. They maul
with the 1st round running back behind them.
So they're going to do a little bit where I think they're going to be in a big change is on the defensive side of the ball. Because when Jim Leonard left, that's the continuity.
Yes.
That's the identity. It's almost kind of like McBride and T.O.
Yep.
Like Jim Leonard, it was like 2 different teams. The defense was there and the offense was right. But when they were playing together, they really worked. They're to be had there as well. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as Luke Fickell is the hire and kind of came out of nowhere, and they kind of wanted Jim Leonard because he got on a bowl game, right? And then they didn't retain him. There's players on that team still looking at Luke Fickell with the stank eye.
Oh, yeah. They were mad that
Leonard wasn't retained as the head coach
the head coach was fired.
Right. because
And
it was out of nowhere.
Yes, they were mad at that.
Yeah.
So then most of them wanted Leonard, but then when they didn't retain him,
yeah.
So you still probably have some guys that are still
some animosity and all that
bitter.
stuff, right? And so if they don't get off to a quick start, confidence, those guys that are kind of like
on the fence,
those guys will definitely be on the other side of the fence. But what they do the best, they recruit other guys to jump off with them.
Yep.
So then now you think you're in your transition of year one. Well, now you're back to year zero. And then that'll then expose some other guys that maybe might not be as talented at all in, or then you got to go because just being boys with them. Oh, man, I saw you talking to, you know how it is.
Guilt by association.
Right. Like, I know that, people get mad, like, you see you talking to Trev and all of a sudden they,
Bruh, if you're the enemy because you're talking to somebody.
Right.
No.
Like, bro, I met Trev long before you.
Yeah.
You can't transfer it back, man.
That was my teammate.
Right. Like, I met Trev on my recruiting visit.
Preach. Known him longer than,
right.
Yeah. So,
anyways, good segment there. We're going to jump into, we're going to next segment, we're going to touch a little bit of chain of command change around here. Got a brother coming in.
Ooh.
Hey, hey, watch out. Diversity up in this bad boy. I had been thinking about running for mayor. I've been thinking about running for mayor.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
I've been thinking about it. Somebody asked me to run for the Board of Regents and mayor. Since they hired a brother there to replace Ronnie Green, I think I might got a chance.
You ain't doing that.
Would I get your vote though? You took too long.
No.
That right there is the epitome of somebody.
There you go. That's
the epitome of somebody that moved up, head coaching job, and he's thinking like, man, I don't know if I could be associated with my vote with this brother.
No.
That right there, folks, right there is the difference between a linebacker and a defensive back. I am thoroughly disappointed. With that being said, we going to break, man. I can't believe this.
Bro,
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
From the first pitch of a late-night Little League game to the sweet taste of frozen treats, LES powers all of life's special moments for only $2.88 a day. Learn more at les.com/value.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627. There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The 19th. Anyways, man, we're old school. We back. Jay Foreman, Kenny Wilhite, Austin on the 1s and 2s. Making us sound good, look good on channel 51 on Allo. We're going to probably be on a couple more channels when we move to the new location before football season. Right? Before football season.
The goal is still to get channel 937.
It is?
Yeah. And switch it over from 951 to 937.
What's the difference?
I want channel 4.
Well, the difference is that 937 is the
93.7 Ticket.
Yeah.
Dang, Kenny.
Bruh.
You know that?
Really?
Oh, okay. You was this little. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just throwing a softball.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's been a change. Austin, there's been I think that there's been a change of the guard or potential change of the guard announced today. Is it official or is it just like on the docket?
It, I believe, was voted on.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Austin explain all the ins and outs and ends of this new decision.
So there is a proposed bylaw change. It'll be part of a May 31st special meeting of the Board of Regents. That's a week from tomorrow.
Yeah, I forgot. I got that email. I got to be at that one.
Nice.
Okay. Austin, continue.
Anyways, this is from Chris Dunker, who's writing about the state government higher ed for the Journal Star. He says, Scoop, the University of Nebraska Board of Regents will consider changing their bylaws, adding responsibility for Huskers athletics to President Ted Carter's duties. No changes of administrators or staff in terms of personnel, just a different structure. Let's see. Basically, what it does is give President Carter more oversight over athletics, essentially. Chief Executive Officer of the university.
If you got chief in front of your name and anything, you run it.
You running things. There's a new sheriff in town.
Chief J. Foreman.
Chief.
They got Chief Borders.
Oh, my God.
The other thing that Chris Dunker says is the change would effectively put Husker athletics more under the authority of the Board of Regents.
So would that change the criteria? Like, I don't know anything about this. Will it change the criteria on who becomes Board of Regents? And then Can you just be a board of regent to the day you die? Is that a job?
You think you get voted in?
Yeah,
But
you
is
get,
it a
you
job?
get voted in.
But is it a job? Like, do you get paid?
I mean, it's like a board of any other kind of board. I'm pretty sure you get paid.
You gonna run for it?
Yeah.
Board member Jay Foreman?
Why not?
The Board of Regents consists of 8 voting members elected by district for 6-year terms.
See, I'm
And 4
47,
non-voting student regents.
47. It just takes me a year to kind of get my campaign together.
Do you have to campaign for that?
Right?
Oh, yeah.
For
I
huh?
seen
Oh, that's
some-
right.
You voted.
That's
I seen
right. Jack
somebody
Stark
sign.
did. Jack Stark did. Remember
Oh,
Jack
I'm in.
Stark?
Yeah, I'm in there.
You,
campaigned for it.
UJ would be going for District 1 or District 5.
Who's there right now?
District 1 is Timothy Clare, who helped
I like Tim
propose
Clay.
this
He's good. He
change.
can have that. Who's District 5?
District 5 is Robert Schaefer.
Who's that?
Fantastic question. Let's see.
Can
Okay, Robert Schaefer, he was let's see, managing partner at Smith Schaefer David Gerdig LLC. So lawyer. Farm real estate,
you ain't got a chance,
premier
Jack.
GM of
Yeah,
an
that's
auto
all right.
dealer in Beatrice, Kansas Air National Guard, Lieutenant Colonel.
You ain't got a chance.
Oh, yeah, I ain't got no chance. I mean, that's a
He
bad
was also
dude right there.
appointed to the Board of Regents by Dave Heineman in March of 2013.
Also, he almost done then.
He was elected in 2014 and reelected in 2018. So we got 4 years left.
You ain't got a chance, Playboy.
Yeah, I'll be 51. Get on there by 52, be 58. That'd be just nice little.
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. He's gonna get reelected.
That's good. That's just Kenny. You just cold. Kenny cold blooded, man. I mean,
They ain't got one on there, Jay.
man,
they don't have one on there, Jay.
Hey, Austin.
Jay, there's not one on there.
He just breaking all my hopes and dreams, man.
I'm not breaking your dreams. I'm just being a realist. There's not one on there.
Well, guess what? I want to be.
The
I want to
student
be.
rep from Omaha is
That's a rep. That's a student.
non-voting, but I'm
Thank
just saying
you.
there's a path, Jay.
No, I want to be District 0.
He wants to be.
Nah, they got you got District 1. If I'm District 0, okay, I'm making up my own district.
I see.
Right. I'm like Eric Mays, point of order. I'm be up in there, point of order.
Then they gonna point you up. Don't let that door hit you where the good
I'm just
Lord.
joking. I
you
don't,
know,
want, I don't want
yeah.
nothing to do with the Board of Regents. They do
No.
a great job. Let them do what they do, man. But some of them dudes, I didn't know the resume. That was a bad dude. He kept
He-
going on and on.
Bad man.
Right. Once he starts saying the air guard, yeah, he might fold me up
Right,
like a lawn
like
chair.
a lawn chair.
Yeah, right. So that's the first
Pick-
thing I was thinking
pick
too.
you off.
Yeah. That's all right though. Anyways, big news, big small news. May 31st, they're gonna talk about it. So we'll see. Speaking of Board of Regents and speaking of somebody in a extremely powerful positions, Roger Goodell's is NFL news. I guess his contract has to be voted on to get extended. And pretty much it's going to happen, oddly enough. Austin's right-hand man, Jim Irsay, he talking about Daniel Snyder. Everything he said Daniel Snyder needs to go ASAP. He gone.
Ursay said that?
Oh, yeah. Because he was talking junk about he got dirt on everybody. So Irsay said, look, this dude got to go. Now Irsay saying the owners are set to extend Roger Goodell through 2027. Thoughts on that?
I like Goodell. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I like him. I think he's all right. You don't like him?
He all right.
That's what I said. He's
He
all right.
all right, but I
He
don't,
ain't no Pete Rozelle or
no.
You can name the NFL's new commissioner. Who are you going with?
Jay Foreman.
Well, see,
He's
the-
going for
see,
Board of Regents, so
right.
he doesn't have time.
The commissioner has a hard job because he works for the owners.
Yes.
And so as a player, you're always kind of like feel like you're always fighting the owners, right?
Mhm.
Because the NFL is the most powerful professional sports league out there. And they're always fighting. The CBA is the worst and the benefits are the worst. So, I mean, Roger Goodell, just by his job alone, I wouldn't say is an enemy of the state, but he is an enemy, right? And I mean, he is. I mean, but he's doing his job, and he's good at his job because he's came in with a vision of expanding the brand of the NFL across the pond to Germany, obviously Mexico City, and other places. So he's done a good job. So if he's still around, yeah, I just think that if the NFL and Goodell could take a page out of the NBA and kind of see the bigger picture But again, you need ownership that's willing to do that. I think the NBA and their ownership is exposed to a lot more people that don't look like them, even though their hiring practices as far as head coaches is probably farther ahead than the NFL. But their exposure, those owners are on the same planes as the players.
Mm-hmm.
The players, the rosters are 85% African American.
Mm-hmm.
NFL, when you get on one of them planes, the brothers are in the back.
Rolling dice.
No, the players in the back, and everybody is up in there.
Oh, yeah.
The owners,
all the big timers in the front.
Yeah. So their exposure to guys that aren't from the same financial background or the way they grew up is just, they're not, and you can't fault them for it, but you can fault them for it because they are adults. But at the end of the day, the exposure to the NBA is a lot different. If the NFL took more of that and really kind of looked out for the players along with the NFLPA, and the NFLPA also has to do a good job to make sure that you're going across. Remember when they used to say, I think, because my grandmother and my grandfather worked for the government, like going across party lines, but it's in good faith.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's always been broken, with the NFL. I think if they did a better job of honestly both parties coming together and you can't have, sometimes you think, NFL thinking that guys that are supposed to be looking out for you as far as like your benefits are actually in bed with the owners.
Yes.
So I just thought that was big news. One, because it's Irsay, because it's Austin's boy. Two, Roger Goodell is gonna make about $50 million plus.
I got an answer to your question, by the way.
What's the question?
You don't want to be a board of regent. You don't get any. You don't get paid.
But you do. You get paid indirectly, though.
No, you don't.
If you a board of regent and you want something, you can get something done.
Board members shall receive no compensation, but may be reimbursed their actual expenses.
Yeah, my expenses would be high. I'll be having a house party. Hey, look, man, we talk about some stuff.
Calling special sessions just to cater in and get it expensed.
I'll be having a session every day. It'd be $20,000 a day.
Dang.
No, I'm just playing.
Okay.
But I think it's being on the board of regents, and if you're doing it the right way and you're doing it for the right reasons, it's kind of like when people perform at the NFL for the Super Bowl. They don't get paid for that, but what they get from it is tenfold.
Yes.
That's why they do it.
Yes.
Because their album sales are going to go up and all that. So then that's worth it. I'm sure Jack Stark being on the board of regents has helped his business. Rihanna's too. Heck, she sold out more money and she had a kid.
And she was pregnant.
Yeah. By the who is it? What's the
know.
dude? Is it ASAP Rocky?
That's one.
Yeah, see? ASAP Rocky.
ASAP
Hey,
Rocky.
Kenny, I just want to ask you. If you was a rapper, what would be your name?
K-Dub.
Just real simple.
Just real simple. All these names.
The only reason is because he got Lil Baby. They got Lil
Da Baby.
Da Baby.
All these.
Da John. You got Blueface. You got everybody.
These names are crazy.
You got Future. The Past.
You got I learned today that Nick's initials are NAS, so I might just call him Nas from now on.
Then you got the dude to call The Weeknd.
Oh,
right. Then you got the Bruno Mars.
These names are just ridiculous.
Right.
Those last two aren't really rappers.
What are like Little Ducci or something? Little
Yachty.
Little Yachty. Little Yachty.
Come on, man.
Young Gravy.
Big Foe.
What'd you say?
Young Gravy.
You listen to that stuff?
No, I don't listen to it. I just know the
I
name.
was about to say.
I'll be Big Foe.
That's going to be your rap name, Big Foe?
Yeah. It's easy.
Short for Foreman?
Yeah. I mean, we grew up also listening to like 3-6 Mafia because that lets you know where they from. The Ghetto Boys.
Boys.
Houston, Texas. Public
Fifth
Enemy.
Ward,
they have real simple names. Biggie Smalls.
Run DMC.
Tupac, Fat Boys. Like the Fat Boys, you knew they ain't skinny. Right? The Beastie Boys, you know who they were. Third Base. You know what these guys are.
2 Live Crew.
And they were live.
They were live. You know what 2 Live Crew is?
I know 2 Live Crew, yeah.
You know a funny thing? I'm gonna tell a funny story about Rashawn and 2 Live Crew in the very end.
In Miami.
Yeah. I'll tell about it.
I wasn't paying that tab.
So I'm gonna tell this story, but in the show, Rashawn always says it's the quickest 2 hours Ours goes by quicker. Anyways, Kenny Wilhite, Jay Foreman, we're going to go to break. And coming out of break, we'll end the show by telling the story about Rashawn and Two Live Crew.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebraska's favorite vape shop.
Generation V.
Providing friendly, personalized service and the largest selection of vaporizers and e-liquid flavors in the state.
Generation V.
Generation V will beat or match any local competitor's price. With a huge selection, great service, and the lowest prices, Generation V is your one-stop shop for all your vaping needs.
Generation V.
With 4 Lincoln locations, visit us on the web at generationv.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Attention Lincoln. Looking for an effective way to reach the fitness goals you haven't been able to accomplish on your own? Body Fit Training science-based programming is led by multiple highly accredited coaches who will help you get the results you're capable of. Their group of strength training classes are designed to help you build muscle, burn fat, and improve your overall fitness level. At BFT Lincoln, you'll train like an athlete and be surrounded by motivated and like-minded individuals. For May only, get 1 week of classes for just $7 by visiting bodyfittraining.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount must trade in and finance with a roof credit.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition grading and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
McMurphy has Nebraska in the Las Vegas Bowl. That would be incredible. That would be absolutely amazing. Here's when the Vegas Bowl is. It's before Christmas. It is so easy to get to Las Vegas for Nebraska fans. There's now a direct flight from Lincoln via Redway, the new at Lincoln Airport. Omaha has direct flight. Grand Island has direct flights to Vegas.
It would be flooded with Nebraska.
It would be awesome.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Partly sunny skies developing by this afternoon. It will be seasonably warm with a high of around 83. Southeast winds at around 10 to 20. Overnight mainly clear, low down to around 57. Touch on the warm side tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds late with a high up to around 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey,
You took your
hey,
shot.
I was either going to hit a grand slam or strike out in the bottom of the ninth in the World Series.
Bases loaded.
And I was Reggie Jackson. I was Mr.
Mr.
January.
October.
I was Mr. January, December, whatever it was that
it was
game
January.
was. I
No,
stepped
December,
up big.
December.
So before break, we talked about I was going to tell a story about VJ and Luke Skywalker or the Two Live Crew. So we're down. Now the statute of limitations is over. And hope Coach Osborne isn't listening. So I'm redshirted the first year in '94, along with a couple of other my brethren that was actually what we were looking for. We're done getting our head beat in. So what we like? We're gonna break curfew. Why am I gonna sit up there in the hotel and I ain't playing? Now, would I be missed? No. And if they were gonna send me home, my dad was already in town, so it was cool. Anyways, we all snuck out, jumped in a cab. I remember sprinting across from that. Remember we stayed in that hotel in Miami and you sprint across
the big one.
Boy, the head was cocked back. We were in a block down to catch a cab. We go downtown. We went down to Coconut Grove. It was jumping. So there was this club, and Luke's Two Live Crew was performing, and we wanted to get in. So
they were underage.
Yeah, we were on. Come on, yeah, we were underage. I was 19,
18.
Yeah, I was 18. Yeah, I was 18. I tried to. I was trying to lie already about my age. But anyways, VJ and those guys try to go up with their Nebraska stuff. Saying they getting in.
Not
they
in
was
Miami.
Like, nah.
You don't got no clout in Miami with Nebraska.
Plus, we about to play them the next day.
Yeah.
So we huddled like, man. And when we saw people going in, we was like, man, we want to get in that club, right? We got to get in. We got to get in. So I'm like, dang, I got to figure out something to get in, right? And so they had also said Dan Marino was going to be there. So I told Ruck that I knew Dan Marino, right? I'd met Dan Marino when I was either 12 or 13 years old. And my dad took me to a celebrity golf tournament, actually in Buffalo. And Jim Kelly used to bring in all the best quarterbacks in the league. So it was Bubby Brister, Boomer Esiason, Dan Marino, John Elway, Raff. So I met John Elway long before you did. Jim Kelly was there. Every big name quarterback was there, right? And then my dad went because he was a Miami alum, same with Jim Kelly. So that's how they knew each other. So they had limos going over to the pre-golf thing. So my dad jumped in the limo. He threw me in the limo it was John Elway, Bubby Brister, and Dan Marino and me. Eyes wide open. And these dudes, I got their football cards. So they were busting Dan Marino's chops because he was slow. Well, he's like, I got this right arm, and he flexed, and he's like, come over and feel this, right? So he started talking to me about football, and he's like, you any good? And I was like, of course you say, yeah, I'm all right. And he's like, you want to play in college? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, where you want to go? I said Miami because that's where everybody else went. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to look out for you, right? And then we kind of talked every time he saw me and stuff like that. And it really, to be honest with you, it really was a good, experience for me because it showed these guys were the best in the league and superstars. And granted, they knew my dad, but they treated me well though. A couple of them gave me, $10 to play video games and stuff like that, keep me entertained or whatever. But it showed, even though they're superstars, they're human and they treat you right. Humble. So we're down in Miami 5 years after, right? I see because that's when they would hand out the cards. Yeah. Dan Marino was supposed to be there, Lamar Smith, and Two Live Crew. Or not Lamar Smith, but some of the, Miami Dolphins players.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang. And Ruck's like, I thought you knew Dan Marino. You think he'd get me in? So I break off in Coconut Grove. You had to walk up these, the second level to go there. So I'm like, man, I'm contemplating going back and forth. I'm going to go talk to the bouncers. So finally, I just said, bump it. I went up and kind of flexed on him. I was like, man, my boy said you ain't let us in, man. We supposed to be up in here. I said, we special guest Dan Marino. I said, I'm Jay Foreman. You go tell Dan Marino, Jay Foreman, Chuck Foreman's son is here to meet him, and you supposed to let us all in. So they had a big glass thing, you know what I mean, next to the club, right? We're in So I had seen Dan Marino. So I seen the dude go over and walk to him, say something. Dan Marino came, and he kind of obviously remembered my face. Now obviously I was a little bigger then. So he's like, yeah, let him on in. So he pulled me to the side. He was like, I know y'all ain't supposed to be up in here. He's like, one thing. He's like, he pretty much like, don't y'all get in trouble, start acting a fool. I was like, I got it. He's like, you got some money? I had the per diem. So that was enough.
We lived for that per diem, boy.
Well, back then, it was like a $1 for a beer.
I didn't drink. So
back then, I was 18 over there trying to do something. So we got in the club. We was cool. And just kind of just got in there because the reason why I wanted to get in there, because you can't go back to the hotel after you broke curfew. You can't go back at 12:30. You getting sent home.
Yeah.
So we got to stay out all night. So 2 Live Crew about to get on or gets on, does their set. Somehow, VJ, of all people, after the club is over, this is about 3:30 in the morning, is outside talking junk to 2 Live Crew, the whole crew, and they saying, he's a big Miami fan. They're gonna beat y'all. We're saying we're gonna win.
He used to pay the players.
So fine. So finally, he says, if you guys win, I'm gonna come to Omaha and do a concert for free. That's my story of VJ and 2 Live Crew.
For those who are listening, I never broke curfew at bowl game. Even though I was redshirt, I never broke.
You didn't?
No.
Well, I was scared it all get out.
That's why I didn't.
I apologize, Coach
That's why I
Osborne, but
didn't.
it was worth it. VJ, we got into the club.
And VJ talking crazy.
My Dan Marino card worked. It was all good. We had a good old time.
Leave it to VJ to talk crazy to.
And we got in at 5:30, and we were scared to go up there. I said, man, they don't know if we got up in the morning and worked out or something. Just walk in there like we cool. Walked in there, went right to the team breakfast, ate, got on the bus, beat Miami, chilled in Miami another night, went home.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Leave it to VJ.
There it is, man. Good show. Appreciate you guys listening. Carolina Panther fan, you got to text in, man. Get your stuff. So we're signing off. Austin, Jay Foreman, and Kenny. We'll be right back. Or we will be back tomorrow at Cedars.
Tomorrow,
12 hours. We apologize, Cedars. We sending some guys over there, but we're going to have a good time. We'll see you.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Nebraska's favorite vape shop.
Generation V.
Providing friendly, personalized service and the largest selection of vaporizers and e-liquid flavors in the state.
Generation V.
Generation V will beat or match any local competitor's price. With a huge selection, great service, and the lowest prices, Generation V is your one-stop shop for all your vaping needs.
Generation V.
With 4 Lincoln locations. Visit us on the web at generationv.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
From the first pitch of a late-night Little League game to the sweet taste of frozen treats, LES powers all of life's special moments for only $2.88 a day. Learn more at les.com/value.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we are looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah,
All of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's efforts. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids are in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that, options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us.